Hi, I'm Adham Shaikh, performer here at Luminate Festival, and well stoked to be here. There's a real great appreciation of world music and the world fusion stuff, the fusion of electronic music and live music, and this festival has really represented that, both with live bands and electronic artists and fusion artists. What I really like about Luminate is how grounded and how relaxed the vibe is here. You could almost say it's a chill-out festival, except for there's lots of dancing. Yeah, it's a really grounded festival. I think that a lot of that also comes from this very special piece of land here up on the hill that really provides that grounded inspiration and that sort of source for this connection to the land, and for people to come together and celebrate their culture and exchange ideas with people from all around the world. I've met people from Italy and Portugal and Japan and Scandinavia, and so I think that's a really special thing about this festival. Well, I think festivals are a great idea because they allow for people to come together in a space that's a little bit outside of the daily normal routine that most of our urban lifestyle, our city town life is, and it creates an opportunity for people to relate in a more timeless way. It allows people to come together and share music together and experience music together, and I think that's a very powerful thing and a very necessary thing for people. I think people need that opportunity to come together. We've been gathering around the fire, around the drum circle, for as long as there's been tribal society, which we could propose is certainly one of the origins of our largest societies. I think that's important. Definitely these folks are further along. I think that the festival as a microcosm of our society and the societal needs, when people get together, they need to poop, they need to eat, they need shade, they need structures and places to sleep. I think the festival is an invaluable way of sort of running mini experiments about what are the essential things, and I think more festivals are starting to recognize the sustainable component is another very valuable piece to use the festival model to explore and experiment with, and I think that Luminate's been doing a really great job of testing out different models, composting toilets, recycling water, vegetarian food, all these different things, how to sell people food and stuff, yet it's a cup and plate system where you get your plate and you go eat your food, you clean it up and you bring it back, and now someone else can use that same plate, and we don't have bins full of plastic plates and cups. And I think North America is a little bit further behind, but there are a number of festivals in Canada that have done the same. Shambhala is another festival. I mean, there's like 50 times the vendors, and there's 15,000 people there. Luminate is still a small festival, and it's still growing, and it's still seeking its community co-creation to evaluate what are the priorities and what are the necessities for a festival. I know that one of the things addressing Luminate right now is also the relationship to the land that they have here. Luminate is very much a reflection and a co-manifestation of this land, and I know that Luminate would really like to move forward and also try and gain partnership in this land to further secure that opportunity to sort of continue co-creating this experiment of how can people come together and organize themselves and share music and joy and workshops. I think that's been an amazing thing this year, is to see how well attended all the workshops have been, and that other level of enrichment. It's one thing to dance and to open up your heart and to get connected into your body, and then you're wide open and now your brain is going, hey, feed me too. And so I think that these workshops have been a great component now, as people's brains are wide open and hungry to start to exchange this information and share, well, hey, from my part of the world, this is what we've been doing, and I think that's being really valuable, especially as the mainstream medias are so dominated by small agenda corporations and things that are basically just repumping out the story. And these gatherings are enabling people to exchange information in a more free way and to share websites and tell stories and connect that information as we live in this multimedia society. Now, I'm not surprised at all, because I think that it's what everybody's talking about. We recognize there are global issues that we all see and we all acknowledge. And I think we all have an intuitive sense that things as the way they have been and the way they've been told are not really actually like that. And there have been so many fundamental assumptions and, projections that now with technology have watched enough YouTube clips and have watched different documentaries that we've started asking questions, and I think we're starting to retrain our critical mind, and we're wanting information. And so when key holders come along, I think more people are more able to recognize those opportunities and step up and soak that up and turn around and bring that back to their communities and start talking about this stuff, because a lot of it hasn't been talked about. So I think that's why these workshops are being so well attended everywhere. People are hungry, and they're hungry for information and the truth and more, systems of information that can help people join the dots and connect, all these different realms of knowledge that so many people possess. At some level, I think it's still a bit of a mystery, and I kind of like to honor it as a mystery. My passion, my thing has definitely been about trying to connect people on the dance floor, trying to find out the Rubik's Cube of the dance mystery that can unlock that inner dancer in everybody, trying to shake people up and get people back into their bodies and maybe actually out of their mind and more in the moment. I think music is such an experiential thing. It's such a magical, mystical thing that affects people so differently based on their history, their place, where they're at in their life. And I like working with the idea of not over-defining that and allowing for mystery and allowing for that unknown thing to happen. I think for me, you can tell when you're connecting with a crowd and when you're finding. That's, I guess, why I don't really prepare DJ sets. I sort of have a wide variety of things, but it's a bit fishing at the beginning as you're trying to find sound that connects with those people, and once you sort of feel like you've hit that nerve, then you nurture that and get everybody on the bus. And then once you've gotten everybody on the bus, you can kind of take the bus somewhere and bring people on a journey. And certainly for me, it's been about connecting people on this musical journey with different cultures from around the world that represent ancient vibrations and that have honored those vibrations within their musical lineages. And so as we are here in the 21st century in our bass-hungry culture where, everything has bass bins, to create bridges and acoustic, landscapes that feature and highlight ancestry, but also pay attention to the now and, beats and electronic sounds, and using the technology that for me is readily available in a laptop, and being able to sit in someone's bedroom and record a master Mohan Veena player who just happens to be traveling through Vancouver, for a couple hours, and, with a good mic and the laptop, have an amazing recording. Like, gone are the days where you really need to have that high-end studio. You just need a quiet space, good mic, and the focus of actually recording something, and you can run back to your lab and play away. And so I think that's allowed me to create fusion music that really connects with people, especially people who have traveled and have seen other parts of the world and have had a little taste of those other cultures. And it's sort of just connecting all those people and sort of making this musical tapestry that really shows, the unity